Welcome back to the end of Week 6. We have more football, more SFL action. We are here in Denver, Colorado, as we have the home team, the Denver Broncos, looking to claim their first win in SFL history against the Tennessee Titans. This is a game I'm excited to see. The Titans have been looking hot in recent weeks, nearly being able to end the undefeated streak of the Patriots, but just coming up a little short. We'll see if the Titans will be able to fire themselves back up, or we'll see if the Broncos will finally obtain their long-awaited first win in history. There you see Austin Fleck, the quarterback of the Tennessee Titans, looking to bring these Titans to the AFC Championships. Of course, the Titans' closest rivals with the Browns, as they're vying for the second place position here in the AFC. And a win here tonight from the Titans would be very good for them. And they will be starting with the ball here, as the kick is about to be away. This football game has begun. Nara Seaman, of course, receiving the kick, getting up to the 27-yard line. Not a bad place to start here. And Austin Fleck is out on the field. Here he comes. Austin Fleck, overall, been a very consistent and solid quarterback here in the SFL. Very great at scrambling, arguably the best scrambling quarterback in the league, rivaled only by the Seattle Seahawks' quarterback, Sir Sporticus. But we'll see what Fleck will be able to do tonight. Of course, he has one of the best running backs in the SFL, Nara Seaman, at his back. So we'll see, as he's under center, we might see Naran with the first snap of the game. And we do, and Naran, avoids that first tackle. Very good work before he is brought down by King Hippo there. Nara Seaman with a great rush for 9 yards. Looks like he was maybe going to get taken down much earlier than that, but quick moves by one of the fastest players in the entire SFL, Nara Seaman, great at running the ball. We'll see if that'll continue, but of course, Austin Fleck, when he does take it to the air, is able to make big plays happen, and a quick pass right there. Ooh, not going to be able to do too much. A loss of 3 yards on the first pass play of the evening. Logan Smith not reaching the soaring heights that we've seen him reach, but the night is incredibly young. That was only the second snap of the evening. Plenty of things can change, but right now, Nara Seaman definitely might be the person to look for on this Titans offense. Austin Fleck, he's lining back up for another pass, it seems, though. 3rd and 4. They're on their own 33-yard line, looking to get the first down here. Titans don't want a 3-and-out on their first drive, and but it looks like they're going to get it after that. That inaccurate bullet pass puts them down to a 3-and-out. 4th and 4 for the Tennessee Titans. Not the best pass we've seen. Grant Meacham looked like he might have been the intended target there, but great work from this Broncos defense, able to shut this down quickly. We'll see if the Broncos will be able to take their first victory here. Charlie Moss ready to punt at the end of the first drive of the evening. And now the Broncos have a chance to take an early lead, which would be huge for them. And they'll be starting at the 20-yard line as the ball bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Mummy Khan Ra. The Mummy Khan Ra, in a lot of regards, considered by many to be one of the weakest quarterbacks here in the SFL. But in recent weeks, he's definitely been showing a lot of promise. We'll see if that can finally lead to a victory. He's been playing incredibly hard, almost coming to a victory against the Browns in the past. But we'll see. Every night it seems like he has a different favored receiver, and tonight doesn't seem to be much different, but who knows where he's going to be going. And here we can see the offense for the Broncos, and a lot of the strength of the Bronco lies in the passing game. Luigi, Mario. But we cannot forget the running back, Lee Everett, a very consistent player, a great workhorse for the Broncos. We'll see what the game plan is for the Mummy Khan Ra, because the first play of the night was an incomplete pass for him. Going under center, it looks like Lee Everett might get his first touch of the evening. And no, it's a play action. Conrad drops back. Great play action pass. And down the field to Mario. Mario gets it up to the 15-yard line. Or, sorry, the 25-yard line. Mario taken down by Alex Story. What a great play. And we might see another great night for Mario, Jumpman Mario. The biggest play we've seen in quite some time here for the Broncos. Perhaps this could be the night for the Denver Broncos if they can keep making big plays like that. Very unsuccessful first drive for the Titans, but not so for the Denver Broncos. 55 yards on the first reception of the evening. Now Conrad a lot more confident in the pass, dropping back for this one. You wouldn't be surprised if he tries to take it right to the end zone. No, not a pass this time. Going to Lee Everett, and wow, Lee Everett taken down behind the line. 2-yard loss there. Great work from Aiden Murnane, able to get the tackle for a loss there. The Titans really closing in on the Broncos right now, not allowing for any more big plays because it's already a dangerous situation for the Titans to be behind like this. We'll see what they're able to make happen, but the Broncos looking very confident right now on the sidelines. Definitely feel like this could be a great start to potentially their first win in history. And now it would be quite surprising because the Titans are an incredibly talented team. For the Broncos to get a big win against them would be unbelievably phenomenal. And the Broncos, ooh, trying to run up the middle there with Lee Everett once again. But once again, unsuccessful with this Titans defense filled with some of the best all-around players in the entire league. Definitely these people to look for, especially that left outside linebacker, Evan McFadden, a very great player, really dangerous to the run game. And you got to imagine that the Mummy Conrad is definitely looking out for that, and Evan McFadden was the one who was able to stop that inside run. Now 3rd and 9 for the Broncos. We'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Conrad going for a pass here. He's stepping back. 9 yards to go. Definitely looks like he's going to go for a pass. Oh, dropping back. Lots of pressure. Throwing it up the middle. And now a 4th down. Great work. Evan McFadden once again with a big tackle. Forcing 4th down. Definitely going to have to go for a field goal are the Broncos. And that was just all around great work by this Titans defense. Great communication. Of course, it's been stated in the past just how close all the members of this team are. Like one big family, and now the hero of Hyrule, Link, forced to come out on the field, but the Broncos going to look to take an early lead here. 43 yards, and it is good. The Broncos are currently beating the Titans. We'll see if that can continue as they're preparing now for a kickoff, but as I was mentioning before, the bond that is shared between the Titans team really allows them to work as a great unit and able to stop big plays like that. It looked like that was going to be a shoe-in drive for the Broncos to get into the end zone, but of course the Titans really coming together and stopping that drive, forcing the Broncos to sit with only 3 points on the board. And now the Titans will get the ball back. Nara Seaman in the end zone to receive the kickoff. Now a lot of pressures on the Titans. They fall behind a little bit now, despite the fact that they started with the ball, but great chance to respond here and get into the end zone for the Titans to take the lead. Naran receives the ball just behind the goal line and running up, pushing through. He pushes far up, and they're going to spot it at the 29-yard line. Austin Fleck coming back out on the field after a great kickoff reception by Nara Narasimhan. Interested to see what Naran's going to be able to do tonight. Definitely one of, if not the very best player on the team, but right now starting off, first play of this drive, 5 wide. I'm interested to see what Austin Fleck is planning here. And he's planning to scramble, and it works. The first time that the Titans have moved the chains off of a scramble from Austin Fleck. And as I mentioned at the very, very beginning of this game, Austin Fleck definitely one of the most consistent scrambling quarterbacks in the league. Gets an easy 11 yards right there. He found a great opening, and he slides right after getting that first down. The chains move, and they are 10 yards away from breaking into enemy territory. We'll see what the Titans were able to do. Now, Nara Narasimhan lined up behind Austin Fleck. We might see a handoff, or we might see another attempt to pass. It's a handoff to Narga. Oh! Great work from the Broncos defense, forcing Nara Narasimhan down 1 yard behind the line of scrimmage. Biggest Big Boss was the one who was able to take him down, and now we might need to see Austin Fleck take it to the air here. The draw play just wasn't enough, wasn't convincing for biggest Big Boss as he was able to stop that. And now the Titans defense, you can see here sitting on the bench, a little concerned, a little confused, hoping that they won't have to come back out on the field with no points behind them. Once again, 5 wide. Austin Fleck not afraid to really put a lot of pressure on his receivers. And now he's rushing it up again, past the 50. What a huge run for Austin Fleck. Another first down, as now they're in Broncos territory. This might be a great night for Austin Fleck when it comes to rushing the ball. I'd like to see a replay on this because that was a great rush. Once again, you can see on this replay, the hole opens up. Austin Fleck able to get so many more yards than he even needed to get the first down, breaking far into enemy territory. Now, with a fresh set of downs on the opposing 43-yard line.
Check, 47. Hey, defense, let's go.
Looks like Nar Seaman might get the ball here. Austin Fleck under center. Fake handoff. Oh, and great work. And Narin's still moving to 20. That's it. That juke and touchdown. Titans. Titans are in the lead. Nar Seaman with the first points of the game for the Tennessee Titans. What a rush that was. Just a great play all around. You can see this juke stopping King Hippo, who was diving full force, and Nar Seaman proving right there why he is considered one of the best players in the entire SFL. One of the best running backs we have ever seen. Definitely a strong point for the Titans, and he was able to make that count. Titans are in the lead by 3, awaiting the extra point, about to be in the lead by 4. And the Broncos frustrated that they had the lead, even though they were at a disadvantage not starting with the ball this half. And now the Titans looking in a great position to win this game. Max Monahan looking to make the score 7-3. The kick is up. And good. 7-3 is the current score for this game. A minute-and-a-half long drive. Not bad at all. Not bad work for 90 seconds. And we'll see just what Nar Seaman's going to be able to do on the next drive, because definitely ground focus tonight, it seems, are the Tennessee Titans, both between Austin Fleck and Nar Seaman. We'll see what happens, but right now, all eyes are on the Broncos offense. We have Kung Lao in the end zone ready to receive this kick. Now his team behind, a situation that they've experienced all too often. Broncos, oh, Kung Lao moving forward. Great work from Kung Lao. Able to get that up to the 31-yard line. A very good kick reception there. 30-yard return. And now the Mummy Khan Ra coming back out on the field with his offense, and the situation is very important right now to try and narrow the gap, perhaps even take the lead before the end of the first quarter. There's still a lot of football left to be played, so the situation is far from over for the Broncos. He's waiting a long time for that pass and throws it up the field. Completely free was Luigi, not a single defender near him, and great work from Luigi. Luigi, brother of Mario. The Mario brothers definitely seem like they're going to have a good night tonight. Defense just didn't have him covered at all. You can see on the replay here, not a soul was near Luigi. The closest was number 60 right there, but even still, that was Luke Sturzma. Wasn't covering Luigi at all, and they are paying for it, as now the Broncos have quickly moved into Titans territory. These big passes to start drives, we might see that continue as a trend in this game if the Titans are not able to change something in their game plan soon. And eventually, it's going to catch up with them. Conrad lined up. We might see another pass, or we might see a handoff to Lee Everett. No, it's going to be a pass. Conrad, short pass there. Just Street Fighter Ryu, but only able to get 3 yards off of that short pass. And now, when you get close to the red zone, that is when the Titans defense really fires up.
Ready, 30 base.
Looks like a recipe for another big pass play from the Broncos, but instead handing it off. But oh, caught on his own blocker. Lee Everett just got caught in an unfortunate situation there. Nolan Pruce was able to bring him down with the tackle there, but as you can see on this replay, he was caught by his own blocker and he lost his footing. Prime opportunity for Nolan Pruce to get the tackle there on Lee Everett, who was stumbling. So unfortunate for Lee Everett to get caught right there, but Now a 3rd and 8 situation. Great work from the Titans defense, able to capitalize on that small mistake. And we keep seeing similar lineups for all of these plays. But right now it's working. Oh, a lot of pressure, but nonetheless still caught by Luigi. And now within the 10, for the first time tonight, the Broncos are looking at 1st and goal. That was a solid pass. Once again, no one was able to cover Luigi. And it looks like this could be a prime opportunity for the Broncos to take the lead against the Titans. See, it'll be a lot of great defense required from the Tennessee Titans to stop this from being a touchdown from the Broncos. But I think it's definitely a recipe for success for the Broncos tonight, and a great catch from Mario will prove it and into the end zone after able to shake the tackle. Touchdown Broncos. The Broncos are currently beating the Tennessee Titans. What a play. Mario jumping up, shedding 2 tackles and bringing it into the end zone to bring his team in the lead. The first touchdown of the night for the Broncos, and once again, looks like we're going to see a beautiful game for Mario. Luke Sturzma not able to get the tackle. Ashton Igo not able to get the tackle. And that was so detrimental. Lee Everett and Mario, as you can see, they're celebrating their team taking the lead. And this is great for the Broncos. All around, a very great night. And if there was ever a time for the Broncos to win, this could be it. About to be 3 points ahead. The kick is up. And Broncos are the first team to reach double digits tonight, and they are 3 points ahead of the Tennessee Titans, and the Titans are a little frustrated after that poor ability to bring down Mario. Narasimhan Reddy is about to come out on the field to receive this kick, but taking one last breather before the kickoff here, and here we go. The Broncos ready to kick this one away, and Austin Fleck definitely feeling a bit of pressure, realizing he doesn't want to be the quarterback, the first quarterback to have his team lose to the Broncos. So we'll see if Austin Fleck is able to stop that from happening. 23 seconds left in the first quarter, and it has been already a fairly eventful game of football. But now a lot of pressure resting on the shoulders of the Titans, as Narasimhan is going to be responsible for starting this drive in good position. The kick is away, and Narasimhan gets the ball, and he's going to run it up, trying to find an opening, but he just can't. Oh, he slips through, gets to the 26-yard line. Not bad, not too great. Just fine field position for Narasimhan there, as Austin Fleck now coming out on the field with his offense. There's lots of time left in this game, and in this half alone, but I'm surprised Austin Fleck hasn't gone to the air a little bit more, although it hasn't been very successful when he has. We might need to see that change, but right there, no! And the moment I say that, he's brought down with a sack, but there is a flag on the play. And that face mask is going to be taken away. Fire Emblem Crom. It's going to be a first down. And I believe that will undo the sack statistic. I'm not exactly sure on that, but either way, even with that, the Titans get an automatic first down, so a helpful penalty for them. Fleck dropping back for a pass now. No! A draw play. Narasimhan able to slip through the first defender, but not enough for the first down, getting 6 yards on the play as Naran. And that is the end of the first quarter. The Broncos are defeating the Tennessee Titans. The score is 7-10. This game could truly go anywhere, though, as the Titans, I don't think they're expected to be constantly fighting an uphill battle against the Broncos, but the Broncos have been training harder than ever to try and get their first win this late in the season. Oh! And wow, great work from the Titans offense there. They actually tricked the defenders into thinking it was a run play. Fleck was not defended. He could have easily been sacked, but great misdirection. And Fleck was able to get the pass off, and Logan Smith was able to break Titans into Broncos territory off the first play of the second quarter Under center is Fleck. We'll likely see a handoff to Narasimhan, who needs a big play right now. No, it's going to be a pass. Throwing it down the field to Craig Sankey. Craig Sankey gets the first down. Craig Sankey still moving, and he steps out of bounds. Great work to stop the clock there from Craig Sankey, and what a huge play. Able to get the first down 6 yards away from the red zone. I want to see a replay of Craig Sankey receiving this here. A very solid tight end, able to avoid the tackle from King Hippo. And he was eventually brought down, stepping out of bounds. Craig Sankey, of course, a consistent tight end, but his biggest problem is this whole season has been holding on to the ball. He's dropped it and fumbled it at some crucial moments, but stepping out of bounds, definitely a great way to stop that drive. Handing it to Narasimhan, who runs up the middle, and he has got a ways to go. Brought down at the 6-yard line. Narasimhan turned on those jets, and he just almost teleported 21 yards down the field. Knowing Dark Pit able to stop that, but wow, Narasimhan so fast moving down the field, and now it is 1st and goal for the Tennessee Titans. What is going to happen here? You can see King Hippo in the end zone. He's going to try and stop this pass offense from the Titans. Fleck drops back. Fleck going to try to scramble, bring it in, and he pushes forward, and that is a touchdown for the Titans. Fleck with his first rushing touchdown of the evening. Great work for the Titans to take the lead by 3 and awaiting the kick to take the lead by 4. This is going to be a very close game of football. Great work from Fleck to fight for that extra yard to get into the end zone and take the lead. Max Monahan looking to increase the score margin by 4. Kick is up, and like all extra point kicks in the history of the SFL, that was good. 14-10 now in favor of the Tennessee Titans, and you can just see the momentum shift between these two teams on every single drive. This is going to be a nail-biter for sure. The Broncos fans here at home definitely tired of close games that do not go in their favor. They want, finally, the Broncos to win a football game, which they have never done before. We'll see if the Titans will fall victim to that, but right now, starting to really find their stride. It was really only that first drive of the game that the Titans did not get anything at all of note, but we'll see if that comes back to bite them later on in this game. But right now, they can breathe a little bit easier. They are ahead by 4 points. A field goal would not even tie the game for the Broncos. The Broncos constantly need to be searching for the end zone, and Kung Lao, great rush again. Kung Lao has been doing great on these kickoff returns, getting up to the 28-yard line this time as Con Ra coming back out on the field. You can see Con Ra has had a great night so far. Just a few big long bomb passes have been great for him. One passing touchdown, of course, to Mario. Both the Mario brothers, Mario and Luigi, definitely a power duo here on the Broncos offense, and we'll see if that continues for the rest of the night. Definitely seems to be who Con Ra is favoring in this game. You can see right there was the touchdown reception for Mario, and we'll see what happens here as the Broncos are back out on the field, but Con Ra under center. We might see a handoff, and we do. Lee Everett, oh, he was able to push up and get those extra yards, though. 6 yards on that drive. Or on that rush, I should say. 5.5 minutes remaining in the half. Definitely more than enough time for the Broncos to take the lead, but the Titans defense definitely looking to stop that, because the last thing they need is to go into the half at a deficit, especially with the Broncos starting with the ball. Lee Everett runs up, and great juke there, but it'll be close. Let's see what the line judges say. They say he got the first down. Very close call, but giving it in favor of the Denver Broncos. You know, a lot of analysts were saying that a win for the Broncos was going to happen in due time. They've been working hard enough, and definitely I can say that this might be the most consistently good the Broncos have looked just in general since perhaps their game against the Browns. But overall, I do think that the Broncos fans at home can have some faith in their team once again tonight. This could be the night, but with the way that the Titans defense are really starting to close in on them, they'll really need to fire themselves up and get their heads in the game 2nd and 2 here as Conrad's under center once again. Trusting Lee Everett a little bit more, but Lee Everett is breathing heavy. Trusting him once again. Lee Everett able to get that first down, but just barely moving the chains. Lee Everett already a little gassed right now. Noah Ford was able to bring him down.
On the double. Choose the mic. Check 50. Choose the mic. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
A little bit of movement here. Man in motion for the Broncos. Dropping back once again. No, Lee Everett not getting the ball. A pass up the field to humanoid Sonic. Sonic able to get up to the opposing 28-yard line. And now, once again, solid plays by the Denver Broncos, just able to make it count when they need it. 22 yards on that pass to humanoid Sonic. And the biggest problem right now for the Titans defense is they're just not covering these receivers. As you can see, all these big plays, there's been no one on these receivers. Sonic didn't have anyone near him when he first touched the ball. And with 3.5 minutes remaining in the half, things are looking definitely better for the Broncos here at home tonight. Oh, and getting taken down is Luigi. About 8 yards. Yes, 8 yards on that pass. And the mummy Conrad, you can see he's focused as ever, and he's very confident. We heard from Conrad before this game tonight that he felt like, without a doubt in his mind, tonight was the night. He came in and he promised the Broncos fans here at home in Denver that the Broncos would come out tonight with the first victory in the team's history. We'll see if he can actually deliver that, but tonight he has been on top of it. Great play calls all around. That rush was great, and Lee Everett looked like he had some more room to go, but 1st and 10 at the 14, and the Broncos are in prime position to take the lead once again in this half. What a nail-biter, a close game of football tonight between the Broncos and the Titans. Rolling it down the field, and oh, not caught! Barely slipping through the hands of humanoid Sonic. An incomplete pass for Conrad as it goes to 2nd and 10. It was a good attempt there. Just under 2.5 minutes remaining in the half. We might see 1 or 2 more plays, I'd imagine, before the 2-minute warning, but Conrad actually going under center. I'm surprised he's not going directly for more strict passes, but we'll see. It might be play action. No, it's not. Oh, and a bit of a stumble there from Lee Everett, and now a 3rd down situation, 8 yards before the chains will move, and it's got to be a little bit scary to be stuck in this situation when the rest of the drive was going so well, and definitely looks like we're 10 seconds away from the 2-minute warning, but no, Conrad's going to try to get one more play out before the clock stops. Last play before the 2-minute warning, lots of pressure, pushing it down the field, and incomplete. As the 2-minute warning comes, it is 4th down for the Broncos. They're going to have to kick a field goal here, which will still keep them 1 point behind the Tennessee Titans. This game will remain close. The Broncos truly can't afford to go for it again, so they're just going to bring out the Hero of Hyrule Link to make this a 1-point game. The kick is up. 14-13, the current score of this game. Is going to be close all the way through the night, I imagine. Losing by 1 point may feel incredibly similar to being tied, but with what's at stake for the Denver Broncos tonight, I'm sure that that 1 point is a world of difference for them. And now a lot resting on the shoulders of the Tennessee Titans in the next 1 minute and 57 seconds to increase that score margin once again. They're going to settle for whatever points they can get before the half, since the Broncos will be starting with the ball. Nara Seaman, once again, as always, lined up in the end zone for this kickoff return. And the field position that he's able to get here will be instrumental in potentially giving the Titans a victory, but taking a knee in the end zone. Austin Fleck will be starting his team out on the 25-yard line. A great knee from Nara Seaman, saving as much time on the clock as he possibly can. Austin Fleck is out here on the field, and got to imagine he's going to be going for more passes. Wants to save time on the clock and get down the field as quickly as possible. He's lined up for a pass, but no, a draw play, giving it to Narnar, who's pushing forward despite having a defensive member on his back. He pushes forward and somehow, some way, 8 yards after contact, Narnar gets the first down. Great work from Narn pushing forward. He brought that defender with him. That is why Narnar is such a good running back. He will do whatever it takes to get those yards. But we'll see if Austin Fleck hands it off again. Once again in passing position. We'll see if it's yet another draw play because he's been really favoring that tonight. But Fleck, yes it is. A high snap though might have been part of the reason for that. Fleck had to jump up a bit to catch that snap. And 2nd and 8, only 2 yards for Narnar there as Minecraft Hero Brian was able to get him down. The clock is still ticking down, and no timeouts have been called by the Tennessee Titans. Wouldn't be surprised if we see them start to get used here, perhaps after this play. Throwing it down the field and caught by Fojo Kamonye, and yes, immediately with 59 seconds to go in the half, a timeout is called by the Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans in the lead by 1 single point right now, and this is going to be such a close game for them, but this drive is going to do a lot to shape the future of this game. 59 seconds is all the Titans have to put any points on the board whatsoever.
70, Indy.
1st and 10 at their own 46. A big pass is going to be necessary from Austin Fleck, and to Craig Sankey it goes, and Craig Sankey got down there, but I do not think it was enough for the first down. It was a little too close to call, but I don't think the line judges have given it to him. No, they have not. 2nd and inches for Craig Sankey, who has had only 2 receptions, but 32 yards on the night. We'll see if Fleck favors Sankey a little bit more in the second half, but definitely seems like a ground game for Tennessee tonight. Stepping back, despite the fact it's only inches away from the first down. It is only 2nd down, but no, giving it to Narnar instead, but no! Narn dropped down behind the line of scrimmage. It's not going to be 3rd and 1. Great work from the Broncos, able to stop that, and the clock will continue to tick down. The Titans only have 1 single timeout remaining. They're going to need to use it here soon if they want any chance of getting down the field before the clock runs out. They might just be 1 pass away to being in field goal range because, as I said, any points at all would be great for the Titans, but 35 seconds remaining. No timeout being called here. We'll see what they decide to do. 30 seconds. Fleck's going to go for it. A solid pass. Down the field, he's looking for it. He's rushing. He's scrambling. Oh my God, the 20! Brought down. They're going to need to call a timeout right now, but the clock is still ticking down. Okay, a timeout is called. 16 seconds on the clock and 16 yards to the end zone. They're going to just have to go for a field goal here. I think playing it safe is the better option, but we'll see how bold the Tennessee Titans feel like getting on this play. It really could go either way. They might just try to pass it a couple times. Yeah, I don't necessarily disagree. I think they can go for 1 pass attempt. Maybe 2, depending on how fast it goes. Trust trying to get it in the end zone here. Fleck throws it down, and it is caught, but no! Caught, brought down, and that's going to have to be it. Unfortunate they did not go for it, and the clock will run out. 1 point difference at the half. So unfortunate that Grant Meacham was not able to step out of bounds, so now that might be the prime opportunity for the Denver Broncos. I don't think the Titans should have thrown it if it wasn't in the end zone, but nonetheless, this close game will continue here in just a moment. And we are back for the second half of action in this game. The Titans are about to kick it away to the Broncos. The Broncos are down by 1 single point. Kung Lao knows how important this drive is. This game truly could go either way, but we'll see what eventually does happen. Max Monahan is kicking it away to Kung Lao. The Titans were so close to widening the score gap half, but just an unfortunate pass play to Grant Meacham did not allow that to happen, and Kung Lao brought down at the 26-yard line, 1 yard better than if he took a knee in the end zone, and every yard counts in this game, so we'll see what the Mummy Khan Ra is able to make of it as he has stepped out onto the field once again. Broncos running it up with Lee Everett. Lee Everett brought down, but he was able to keep rushing for a few extra yards. 3 yards on the play. 2nd and 7 now for the Denver Broncos. And the Tennessee Titans, their defense has been able to come in clutch where necessary. And that is why the Broncos are down by 1 point. Can't keep relying on that because all it takes is 1 touchdown from the Denver Broncos or any points at all, and it'll be a bad situation for the Titans. But brought down hard is Lee Everett once again. It's going to be a 3rd and 7. Evan McFadden was able to bring him down, and these 3rd down conversions definitely scary for the Broncos. You can see the pressure that is weighing on this team whenever they're faced with 3rd down, but Conra, the most confident he has ever been here tonight, going for a pass, and pass down the field. He will! What a catch from Street Fighter Ryu. That was a on Ryu. Conra had a dangerous throw there under pressure, but Ryu, being the great tight end he is, look how he jumps up for this pass. He knows that that pass could start a butterfly effect and have been instrumental in winning the game. So Ryu doing everything he could, jumping up, making the catch, and now the chains have moved. It is a 1st down for the Broncos.
Ready? 60 outlaw. Get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. 5.
Run up the middle from Lee Everett, and ouch! Noah Ford hits Lee Everett hard, bringing him down at the line of scrimmage. And the rush defense for the Titans has definitely improved throughout the night, but the pass defense is really failing, and that is what the Broncos are exploiting, and that is the sole reason the Broncos are still in this game. But another rush attempt, and this one looking like it's going to work, but Evan McFadden on top of that, able to stop it before anything too crazy could happen. And another 3rd down situation, Conra having to make yet another very important play call here.
Here we go.
The Mummy Conra with another 3rd down situation, 6 yards away from moving the chains. And from midfield, going for a quick pass here, throwing it down, and swatted away. And unfortunately for the Broncos, 4th down will hit them 6 yards away, and Conra hanging his head in shame, knowing that he really needed to convert and get some points on this drive. The Titans are in the lead, and they will get the ball back. And this could begin to spiral out of control. Mark Mahdi able to get one of the most important defensive plays for the Titans tonight. And the punt is up. The Titans in the lead. They will have the ball here to make up for what happened at the end of the first half. And it bounces in. They will start at the 20-yard line. Austin Fleck now coming out on the field with his offensive unit. Now the stress, a little bit less pressure on the Titans on this drive than any of the other drives that they've seen tonight, but still getting any points will be important. Starting at the 20, not the best. Craig Sankey Craig Sankey had that perfect pass from Austin Fleck, but Craig Sankey just was not able to bring it in. His hands were not functioning properly, it seems, but nonetheless, the Titans only at 2nd down here. They're still 1 point ahead, but they don't want to have to punt it away and risk the Broncos taking the lead. Fleck back for another pass. Waiting a long time. He's got all the time in the world, but he's just going to rush it up. But, I thought he was going to get brought down there, but he's still running. Fleck brought down way up the field. Gets 27 yards on that rush. What a play by Austin Fleck. 25 yards after contact before he was brought down primarily by King Hippo there. It's 2 yards into the rush that he had been in. Fleck's rush is definitely doing so much for the Titans tonight and could be the key to success here in Denver. And the Denver Broncos hometown crowd knows that if big plays like that keep happening, the dreams that they had of the Broncos finally getting their first win tonight could be crushed by Austin Fleck and the Titans. Bojo Kamonye in motion, but it's handed to Narnar Seaman. A great play once again, as we've seen. But King Hippo completely driving down Narasimhan. And Narasimhan is at 99 rushing yards, about to break 100 on the night. Overall, very solid from both Narasimhan and Austin Fleck when it comes to running ball. The passing game just really hasn't clicked with them. It's not necessary as they're still defeating the Denver Broncos. Wouldn't be surprised if they just try to give it to Naran to fight for that extra yard, and they do, and get the yard he does, but some extra ones on top of that, now at 107 yards after that 8-yard gain. The Broncos coach furious right now, kicking the grass and the ball on the field here. His defense not able to swallow up Narasimhan before he was able to fight for 8 extra yards. And now, 15 yards away from the red zone, things are looking suddenly incredibly good for the Tennessee Titans tonight. If they can get into the end zone, they can breathe easy. Narasimhan, moving up, but not bad work from him there. Now at 111 yards. Averaging about 10 yards per carry, so very solid night for Narasimhan, but I'm interested to see when Austin Fleck will scramble with the ball. Narasimhan once again getting another touch. His workload is incredible tonight, getting yet another first down for his team. And the Broncos defense has to just be frustrated right now that they just keep getting smoked by Narasimhan. His great running ability, so fast, able to find the hole that he needs to go through and slip into it. Definitely a scary running back to try to defend against. And once again, Fleck going under center. And Narasimhan lined up behind him. We'll see if Narasimhan gets yet another. And Smith in motion. Logan Smith gets the rush there, but loses a yard on the play. The moment I saw Logan Smith in motion, I recognized the play, so I definitely think the Broncos did as well. King Hippo able to just mow down Logan Smith. Now 2nd and 11 for the Titans. Definitely think it was a good play call, trying to misdirect them, but the Titans back on that play many times. It's easily recognizable with Logan Smith in motion. Now it looks like Fleck might be going for a pass. We'll see if it's a draw play. Handed to Narasimhan. No, but sack! A fumble! A fumble! And it's picked up by the Broncos! And that is such a crucial fumble. The Titans were in such great position, but Fleck fumbles it, and the Broncos were able to recover. And wow, Big Boss. Biggest Big Boss, one of the best defensive players on the team, was able to get that. And look how fast Sub-Zero came through before Fleck could even get the ball. And Fleck looks like he fell on his ankle very awkwardly there. And Fleck possibly, putting his team in a heartbreaking situation off of that fumble. And now the Mummy Khan Ra is coming back out on the field. And he's had a great night, 162 yards off of 9 passes and a passing touchdown. And now starting a drive at the 34-yard, a recipe for disaster for the Tennessee Titans off of that fumble. And now the defense going to need to fire themselves up as quickly as possible. 4 yards picked up by Lee Everett. And now the Broncos and their hometown crowd realizes this is it. Off of that fumble recovery, this is their chance to claim the first victory in Broncos franchise history. But they will need to make things happen on this drive. If they cannot score on this drive, then their dreams could effectively be crushed. There's just over a minute in the third quarter. We haven't seen any points. That could change here as Jumpman Mario has just received the ball and gets taken down inside Titans territory. Now the Broncos are moving. Oh, you got to imagine Austin Fleck's going to be looking at that fumble in despair, as now it has set up his team in a very dangerous situation. You can see all the anger and frustration on the Titans bench. And the defense, a lot is resting on their shoulders. The Broncos very easily could take the lead right here. And a big lead nonetheless. Getting a touchdown here would put them 6 points ahead. Oh, and a great catch there from Luigi, who's breaking past the 30. The chains move once again. Less than a minute, and in fact, now 30 seconds left in the third quarter. No points have been scored this quarter because it has been all defense all the time, and the Titans were so close there to breaking into the red zone. But biggest big boss forcing Austin Fleck to fumble it, and a turnover spells great news for the Denver Broncos, who might secure their first victory in history with this drive specifically being so crucial to it. 20 seconds remaining in the third quarter. We points scored, or we might have to wait, and a lot will rest on the fourth quarter of this game. This might be the last play of the third quarter. Less than 10 seconds. Conrad drops back, and it's caught by Mario, Jumpman Mario. And they're so close within the red zone. 1 quarter of play left. 7 minutes until this game is over, and the Broncos are 11 yards away from the goal line, and they're only 1 point behind. This could be the night for the Denver Broncos. This has been a thrilling game of football all around. What a way to end week 6, as now the score is 13-14 in favor of the Titans, but the Broncos, I definitely think it's safe to say, are about to take the lead to start off the fourth quarter. And I think it could very well be a point lead. And requiring a touchdown is a lot of pressure to put on any offense. And with a solid rush, they're not exactly what they were looking for, but still 5 yards from Lee Everett. They're now 7 yards away from a 6-point lead, and the Titans realize it, and they are scared right now. The Tennessee Titans definitely feeling a lot of fear. They do not want to be the only team in history to lose against the Denver Broncos. But Conrad ready for a pass, it seems. He's going to be looking for the end zone. Looking for the end zone. He is, and it's wide open. But he gets sacked. A sack by Aiden Gerthoffer. A clutch sack. 3rd and long, now 11 yards. There have been 3 sacks. The sack that we saw earlier tonight, which did get pulled back from a flag, will count, but nonetheless, Conrad sacked for the first time tonight. Great defensive play by number 64, Aiden Gerthoffer. He knew that he needed that. Now they are 12 yards away from the end zone, and Conrad has no choice but to pass the ball here, and you know that the Titans have got to be thinking about a game plan to stop that, so a lot resting on the shoulders of Conrad, who is going to need to fire it directly into the end zone on this next play. Dropping back, this will be a pass play for the Broncos. We'll see if the pass defense will continue to struggle for the Titans, because it hasn't been the best. Throwing it down the field and caught! Touch Broncos! Luigi. The only 2 people to get into the end zone tonight for the Broncos were the Mario brothers, and now Luigi might have just gotten the game-winning touchdown. Barely able to keep his feet in bounds, but definitely got it before he's taken down by Alex Story, and that could be it. The moment that the Broncos perhaps finally win their first game because of Luigi. Yes, that was absolutely in. They are not going to be pulling back this touchdown. The Broncos are in the lead by 5 and awaiting the extra point, in the lead by 6. This is game-changing, but they're still going to be able to review. All scoring plays are reviewed.
The previous play is under review.
I don't think there's any question. Luigi was absolutely in bounds there. I don't think you can even really argue that he wasn't. Absolutely. The question could be if he had possession, but I don't think there's any question. They're going to... And the official decision is... The points are going to remain on the board. They're going to go for 2! They're going to go for 2! And they failed! They have failed. They're only going to be 5 points up. I understand why they went for 2, because then the Titans would only be able to tie it with... But now a touchdown, no matter what the Titans decide to do, will bring them into the lead. They are only down by 5 points. I'm not sure exactly if I agree with such a risky play when the rush defense for the Titans has been so consistent tonight. But nonetheless, 5 points separates these 2 teams. And now, that's got to put some confidence back in the hearts of the Tennessee Titans to defeat the Denver Broncos here tonight. But things are not looking the best for the Titans, who have been on the back foot. And that heartbreaking fumble from Austin Fleck may have cost them the game. But either way, once again, Nar Seaman knowing how important this is to get in good field position, he's going to have to run it. Stopping at the 25 is not going to be enough, but instead he gets to the 27, 2 yards, but as I mentioned before, every single yard counts as Austin Fleck coming back out on the field after a disappointing last drive, but leading up to the sack, the sack and the fumble, it was not bad at all. Like he was able to really get down the field. Only 17 fewer passing yards for the Titans tonight, and that has just been remedied, it seems. Or sorry, for total yards, not even passing yards. Fleck, a majority of Fleck's yardage tonight has come from his rushes, but a solid pass to Grant Meacham moving the chains, and they're going to need to continue using big plays like that if they want any chance. They might go for a 2, I'm thinking, but I think just getting the extra point at the end if they get a touchdown is the much better option. But a deep pass! No, it was just too far. The target was Narasimhan, but I don't know if I agree with it, especially so early. There's still 5.5 minutes remaining in the game. Shooting deep for the end zone. I think Austin Fleck is just trying to make up for that fumble, showing that he can get a big play to make up for it, but I think playing it safe right now is definitely the better option for the Tennessee Titans, who are behind against the Broncos at this point in the game. Ooh, Fleck steps back. Narasimhan, who's going to get the first down, and he gets brought down just a few yards after the chains move, but 1st and 10 once again. Great work from Narasimhan, able to turn on the Jets and get those 10 yards for the first down. They're getting closer. They're getting deeper into Broncos territory, and the Titans need a touchdown here. A chance of winning this game. Fleck spinning and rushing. He scrambles. Fleck taken down, though, at the 25-yard line. Now 5 yards away from breaking into the red zone. Another great scramble. Fleck has now rushed for over 100 yards tonight. That spin move at the beginning showing great skill on his feet as Austin Fleck now at the 25-yard line with another first down. And Fleck's ability to rush this ball on the ground is definitely part of the reason why the Titans are holding their own so well against the Broncos. No doubt are playing the best they ever have in franchise history. But will it be enough? Fleck has to be worried about the sack once again, dropping back for a pass. He's going to rush it. Again, another scramble, but taken down behind the line. I don't know about that one. Definitely getting a little bit greedy there. No, he was taken down at the line. That will be counted as a rush. It will not be a sack for the Broncos. Yeah, I don't know about that decision at all. I think Fleck was getting a little bit greedy here, but spread 5 wide. That is how you know Fleck is desperate to win this game. Dropping back. Little dangerous, but it's caught by Craig Sankey, who is brought down, and oh my god, it is 3rd down and 7 yards to go. A lot of pressure left on the Tennessee Titans. Fleck gonna have to drop back for a big pass, and if it goes to 4th down, you have to consider just going for it. But that won't be necessary as Grant Meacham gets them the first down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line. And now just over 3 minutes remaining in this game. It is going to be so close until the bitter end. We're over halfway through the final quarter of play, and a great tackle from college graduate Dr. Mario, able to quickly get on top of Grant Meacham, but a first down, a 1st and goal nonetheless. The Titans, that goal line right there is all that they need to reach, and they might rely on Narasimhan. I'm not sure the defense is absolutely ready for that, but no, it's going to be a pass play. Fleck throws it down, and swatted away, almost picked off, and that would have been it. I definitely think if that ball was picked off right there, the Broncos would definitely have won this game, because no doubt the Tennessee Titans have to score, and with the amount of time it's taking these drives They need to take the lead with a touchdown. They really have no alternative option when it comes to the... Dropping back, Fleck. Throwing it down, and... Oh, and it's... Caught! Touchdown! Fojo Kamonye, and now there's going to need to be a review there, but the Titans are currently in the lead by a point. We'll see the replay if his feet were in bounds. That was a close reception. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I don't know if he made it. We need to get... Did we get a camera angle at the line? There's going to be a booth review, I think, of that play, but I think he got it in. Maybe just barely. No, they're confirming it, and they're going for 2 to try and make it, so even a field goal will not be enough to tie it. No! Fleck tries to run it up the middle, and another failed 2-point conversion. 1 point. 1 point is these two teams, and now there is 3 minutes and 2 seconds for the Denver Broncos to respond, and that is without a doubt enough time for them to take the lead. A field goal is all it will take. I understand that it would have been that way either way, even if they just went for a normal extra point, but I just don't know if I agree with going for 2. I talked about it a little bit earlier, but you know, this is a game where bold plays are needed to be made. The Tennessee Titans, once again, as they were earlier tonight, up by just 1 single point. The Broncos, so excited. I honestly think that they have a very good chance here. I think the Broncos could win this game. 3 minutes. Exactly 3 minutes left in the game. Kung Lao brings it up, but stopped at the 24. That is less than what he would have gotten if he took a knee in the end zone. His weakest return of the entire night, but that is not going to change the fact that Con Ra, the mummy Con Ra, has absolutely been on it tonight. Look at those stats. 225 passing yards and 2 passing touchdowns. He's ready to take the first victory of his career tonight, and I think he's in prime position to do so. 3 minutes on the clock, and it's thrown. But it is not going to be enough. Luigi, who of course had a receiving touchdown tonight, only able to get 8 yards right there. And as you can see, only 42 rushing yards have been allowed tonight by Tennessee Titans. So the pass game, it's really going to rest on Con Ra and Con Ra alone. The passing game is all that it's going to take to win this game for the Broncos. But we'll see, as the Tennessee Titans knows that this is the most important moment for their defense. 6 tackles, Evan McFadden, definitely the man to watch. Number 52. Evan McFadden running, oh, and a great pass, and it's caught by Mario, Jumpman Mario. The clock is ticking down though, but on the bright side for the have all 3 timeouts remaining. And we're going to hit the 2-minute warning, which is going to effectively be a free timeout for them. We might see one more play before we're about to see the 2-minute warning hit. 5 seconds left. This is absolutely the last play before the 2-minute warning. And it is caught by Humanoid Sonic. The 2-minute warning hits. The Broncos are down by 1 point. The Broncos have got this. They've got this. I hate to call a game early, but I definitely think that the Denver Broncos, with 2 minutes on the clock, they need any points. And from this range, a field goal would be possible. I think the Broncos have this game in hand. Oh, and with that especially, now Lee Everett with his best, most important rush of the night gets up to the 20-yard line. Well, zone Denver Broncos. Lee Everett.
On the ball, come on.
No huddle called, saving those timeouts. But the Titans also have timeouts. They might have a chance at responding, even if there are points on the board for them. Oh, and Mario taken down at the line. A timeout called by the Titans. Interesting that they're calling that, but I suppose the Broncos know that they have the advantage here if they can just get in the end zone. The Broncos ready to win their first game in history. And running into the end zone, Lee Everett, no! It's going to be a first and goal, another timeout called by the Tennessee Titans, and it's so heartbreaking to see it, but the Titans might have just lost this game here. 1 minute, 23 seconds, that's right. 83 seconds remaining in this game. The Broncos about to take the lead.
Got it.
That's got to be it, too.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Rushing it up. Oh, and taken down there. Evan McFadden with the first hit on the tackle and the final timeout for the Tennessee Titans. They have used those timeouts and they are fresh out, so the Titans are going to have to get the ball back here certainly before the end of the game, so they will have to be very smart with the plays that they call since they have no timeouts remaining. It is all on the Denver Broncos right here, and it's all but certain that the Broncos are going to get points on the board. I definitely think a touchdown will be what they... Right here, and it is a touchdown. Ryu just reaching over the line, and the Denver Broncos now 5 points ahead, about to be 6. We'll see if they go for another 2-point conversion. It didn't work for them last time, but Street Fighter Ryu with a game-winning touchdown, I imagine. I think that this is it. I think the Denver Broncos have finally claimed victory, and they will be going for a 2-point conversion. So if this could be good for them, actually. Great pass, and no, swatted down. 5 points is what's going to separate these two teams with 1 minute and 15 seconds on the clock. And what a game it has been all around. The Denver Broncos looking all but certainly like they are going to win their first game in history after defeating the incredibly strong Tennessee Titans. And Conrad guaranteed it to these fans at home. But he may seem like that promise might go through, bringing the Denver Broncos to their first victory for the underdogs of the AFC. And the question is how the Titans will be able to respond if they lose this game. It would be heartbreaking for them. And they were on track to having such a good season. Nara Narasimha knows that there's a lot of pressure on this. It's still very possible for them to take the lead, but it would require almost a miracle drive. Nara Narasimha running out of the end zone. I'm surprised he didn't take the knee, but confident that he was able to get the ball up, but only up to the 24-yard line. A knee would have been better for Naran there, but just very bold. And I think the moment that disaster could be spelled for the season was the fumble from Austin Fleck. But Nara Narasimha, as you can see, having a great night as always. Very solid performance, and Austin Fleck, unsurprisingly, dropping back here. It's going to be passes all the time for him. Ooh, out of bounds. I don't think that was complete. Oh, they're going to give it to him. I don't know about a short pass, but stepping out of bounds, I suppose it's better than nothing. Good work from Logan Smith to get out of bounds. The last thing they need is a pass inside the field. They need to step to the outside, get out of bounds, and we'll see if Fleck is able to make anything happen. This is the most pressure he's had to face as a quarterback. Oh, and pass to Nara Narasimha, but that's not going to work. They need to move fast. 1 minute left in the game. Why did he pass it so close to the inside? I think, yeah, no yardage brought down at the line of scrimmage. No huddle. There's no timeouts remaining for the Titans. They need to throw this down the field. Fleck throws it down, and it is not by Craig Sankey. He wasn't even looking. 4th down and 8. And they have to go for it. I don't know what Craig Sankey was doing there at all. He wasn't even turned around. He wasn't even thinking he was going to receive the ball. Craig Sankey not ready for this, and the Titans, this is it. They have to go for it, but I don't think this is a good situation for the Tennessee Titans. Dropping back. They need to get the first down, but will they? Throwing it deep. A Hail Mary. Caught! It's caught! They have one more play to try and get this in the end zone. 6 points, or 6 yards, I should say. 20 seconds on the clock. They need to move. They need to move now. They're running out of time.
go. Broncos,
This is it. This is it for the Titans. Are they going to run it up? This is the last. Nara Seaman has got the touchdown. And stunned silence. I can't believe it, but Nara Seaman has just clutched it out. There's no way that the Broncos will be able to respond. The Titans have just run it in for a touchdown, and the Broncos once again tasting defeat and just going for two here. As it will take longer on the clock. Or no, it won't take any time on the clock. And no, it's good! 2 point is good. Craig Sankey makes this a 3-point game. A field goal would not win it for Craig Sankey coming in clutch, and that's it. The Broncos coach realizes it too. This game is over. The Tennessee Titans, in truly the last moment possible, saving their record and defeating the Denver Broncos, and the Denver Broncos will have to wait yet another week for a chance at winning in history. Final score of this game with 3 seconds left, I think there's no question. Tennessee Titans 28, Denver Broncos 25, and wow, what a game. Every single play was important. The kickoff, likely going to be a short one. Yes, 2 seconds, 1 second, the game is over. The Titans have beat the Broncos with the last play possible, bringing them victory, and the Broncos are heartbroken here at home, but the Tennessee Titans, with clutch victory in their genes, the Titans win. And what a game that was, every single second of it. Unbelievable. I truly thought the Broncos had it, but the Titans proving that they always have victory within their grasp if they can play their best. All around a great game of football, and I can't wait to join you for Week 7. What a way to end the 6th week of SFL action. Final score, Broncos 25, Titans 28. And look, it's just been a great night for all the members of both of these teams, genuinely. It was just all around very solid work for everyone. And with this, the Titans will go 3-3, and Broncos will go 0-6. The Titans do have a chance at going to the AFC Championship with this win here tonight, but we'll see what happens in the coming weeks of the SFL. Thank you for joining me tonight. I'll see you next time.